Hello everyone, how you doing and welcome to another Fluffy Guys Magetower video. In today's video we're going to be talking about a full, you can say cheat code, a full preparation, a full guide on how to prepare all of your characters for Magetower, and it's an all-in-one. I have had many feedbacks that people have to watch multiple videos to see what's best, what items to buy. Trinkets are in a separate video, craftables are in another video, I don't know, the rings are another video. Therefore, I thought, all right, that's great. I would not want to watch 10 videos myself either. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it all in one video. All right. First of all, before you even decide to get into Magetower, you need to see what your goal is. So there could be different stuff, right? So the rewards from Magetower are two stuff. You can head right here, we can head to time walking. First of all, each character that completes a challenge gets this achievement right here. It's a one-time thing. You get a 10 points after you do it once on your account, and then it's war mount. The second thing you could aim for is the mount. There is a mount, there is a soaring spell to mount. Soaring. There we go. This is this mount right here. It's very unique. We have not had a mount, and we still don't have a mount that looks like this. It has a very decent mount special, which looks really cool. Alright, so if your goal is to aim for this mount, you need to complete all 7 challenges on at least once. I have tier lists made that which one is the easiest to do for you to aim for them. And also each character that gets this specific achievement done, the Towering Success, gets a Magetower unique transmog. Why am I lagging? Okay, I'm having FPS problems for some reason. But yeah, there is a recolor of Tomb of Sorgera's mythic set for each character that completes this specific achievement. So there are two goals. You either want to get all of the transmogs, so you want to complete each spec at least once, each class I mean at least once, and then if you want them out, you can mix them together. You can't say, all right, I want to get all the transmog sets, but I'm gonna try doing all of the easiest specs as well, so I can get the mount alongside with it. You could go, you could say, all right, that's not enough. I want to use this opportunity to be done with it, never enter Magetower again. You could go for the Tower Overwhelming achievement. I don't know where it is listed. Is it under events? There we go, yes. Every challenge admit there is absolutely no reward for this. It's only one achievement. That's the very stupid part. They could have at least gave us a title or a very specific mount. A pet even would have been enough. Something. But they did not. So yeah, you could go for this. But as mentioned, this is like really extreme. If you're a mount collector, not an achievement collector, this would really not be in the question. All right, so let's get to the preparation. First of all, the most important thing that carries you through this stuff. What's happening with my PC? Alrighty, I had to restart my PC. Something was wrong. No idea why. Alright, let's continue. So the first thing after the discovery of what goal you have, whether it's the mount, it's the transmog sets, or it's the 36 out of 36 achievement, is you're gonna check what classes you're gonna do. I don't know if you're aware or not, there is some guy called Fluffy Guys on YouTube that has been specializing in Magetower lately and has posted a very recent tier list, which we are gonna look at it together. Here we go, tier maker. This is how the tier list currently looks. These are the 7 different challenges. Agatha is the Imp Mother. Sigrun is the God Queen something. The twins are the Talwar twins. The healer challenge is the Risen Threat. The tank is the, what's it called? Let's see. Board events. Time walking. There we go. The High Lord's Return. And then we have the Eye, which is closing the eye. And then we have Tugar, which is also Tugar Blood Totem. So the challenge is listed from left to right, from easiest to hardest. Keep in mind, this is very subjective. All of them are very much doable right now. But for example, there are like a total of 4 challenges I would not suggest you to touch if you are not after the Tower Overwhelming achievement. If you're after the mount, don't do yourself a favor, go for the easy ones. Go for like maybe with the first 3 lines, or maybe even 4, but just keep the hard ones out of it. For the Tugar, not PM. Alright, so the 4 challenges I would suggest you to keep your hands off is Holy Priest if you want to do the healing challenge. It's PM Hunter for Tugar. Like Windwalker is such an easy challenge. Just do yourself a favor, do it with Windwalker. If you want the mount, of course. It was BM, it was Holy, and I'd say these 2 right here, Assassination and Arcane Mage. These 2 boats, I have had a lot of people struggling with these on the God Queen challenge. So like if you don't want to do the Tower Overwhelming achievement, do not touch these ones. All the others are pretty much face roll, except from the healing ones, of course. Alright, so once you've analyzed the tier list and you know, okay, I'm gonna do this, and this spec, then you're gonna get the preparation. The preparation currently is extremely easy. Extremely easy. What you're gonna do is, first of all, you want to craft 2 items. It's not gonna cost you that much gold. It's gonna cost you like maybe a few hundred gold to craft these items. And I'm gonna show you what items it is that you want to craft. Alright. So you're gonna lock to your character, you're gonna go to Dornagal if you have never crafted an item. This is the way it goes. We're gonna head right here in this area. You're gonna go into this room. And you're gonna analyze what item you're gonna need for your character, right? So for every character, we're gonna be crafting a weapon and a chest piece. Always. Why the chest is so important, we're gonna see in a few minutes. Alright. So we're gonna go into crafting orders. We're gonna, weapons, we want to craft a weapon. And then we go to 2-handed because I'm a caster, I would rather craft a staff. Alright. I go here. You want to ignore the greens and the purples right here, at least for Warlock. And then you're gonna see, okay, this is an intellect staff, blue. This is the exact item that we want. We're gonna click it. Alright, you see we need mats to craft this. What you're gonna do is you're gonna click this button right here, track recipe, and you're gonna see the mats you need right here. But what we need, apart from the mats right here, we're gonna also need the embellishment, which is the main point of the crafting. So the embellishment you can find right here at the very first button. The embellishment we're after is going to be the Darkmoon Sigil Radiance or Darkmoon Sigil Symbiosis. Keep in mind, Ascension does not work. You want Symbiosis or Radiance. Alright. So you're going to need to buy one of these items as well, one of these sigils, so you can add it on top of the item to give it this specific embellishment. And the same thing you're going to do with the chest. We're going to go back. We're going to click armor. I'm a cloth user. We want the chest piece. We're going to search for it. This is the blue one we want. We're going to track the recipe. We're going to buy the mats. And the embellishment we want for chest is this one right here. Writing armor banding. What this embellishment does, it doubles the effect of the embellishment we have added on our weapon. So if our weapon was giving us 1000 stats, it's going to give us 2000 stats now, which is extremely useful. Alright, so this is what you're going to do on each and every class. There are 2 classes that have an issue with this. There is no blue item that you can craft for Holy Paladin. There is no intellect mace or intellect sword that you can buy here. There is an only intellect dagger. So the thing with Holy Paladin is you might have to get into finding a spark. You have to like do a boss for LFR or something, get a spark, and you have to eventually craft maybe a epic one. The process is the exact same. So you're gonna find the sword with intellect, but the mats are gonna be a bit more expensive. So this is gonna cost probably like 10k to craft, but it's definitely worth it. If you ask me, it's for sure it's worth it. All right. And the second class which has this issue is Hunter. We do not have Bow. There are alternatives. So if you don't want to spend a lot of gold for these two classes, you can just try it with the Trinkets. You're OP enough with the Trinkets to manage the challenge, but not as OP as you are with the embellishments. All right. So once you have done the crafts, the items look like this. We have the button right here. Here you go. There's the radiance on the button. And I have the chest piece somewhere here as well. Let me find it. Here we... Oh, I don't have a chest on Warlock. I have a cloak. But the chest is suggested. And we're going to tell you why now. So, there are a set of very good enchants that you want to put on your weapons once you have crafted them. Not only the weapon, but only the chest piece. So there is one specific chest enchant, crystalline... What? Was it not crystalline? Radiant. There we go. Crystalline Radiance, double L. This one right here on your chest, this one gives you a ton of stats, a ton of primary stats when you're inside the Mage Tower. And this is the reason why we're crafting a chest piece. You see, if the item level is lower than 350, you cannot add this enchant to it. We craft the chest piece, so it's higher than 350, and we can apply this enchant to it. That's the whole reason behind crafting the chest, because you can add that armored banding embellishment from the chest. You can add it on all armor pieces. But chest is preferred exactly for this specific reason. Alright. The second enchant you can buy for a weapon is going to be Oathsworn Tenacity. This enchant is also by far the best weapon enchant you can get. It gives you unscaled amount of versatility, which is really strong. So once we're done with crafting these two items and enchanting them, we're going to get to the next part, which has also to do with optionals. What you're going to do, you're going to clear your search bar. You're going to type exactly this Dark Moon deck. So we're going to buy a total of 2 trinkets from this page right here. There is the Dark Moon deck Radiance, the same thing we put on our weapon, and Dark Moon deck Symbiosis, the second option we had for our weapon. You're going to buy these two and you're going to equip them both. There is not another single trinket in the game that can come close to these 2 trinkets right now. There is no discussion, like there is no alternatives for this two. Every single character, tank, healer, DPS, melee DPS, range DPS, all of them are going to use these 2 trinkets without question. So you're going to get this. These cost like what, 500 gold together. The best investment you could ever make into your character, at least for this sort of content. So we have the weapon, we have the chest, and we have the trinkets out of the way, right? So I'm gonna leave them equipped as well. I'm gonna unequip the other items so we can go together step by step. So we're gonna unequip all of these, and I'm gonna do like the trinkets when I equip them. All right. So the next part is gonna be rings. For the rings, we're gonna be needing the War Within rings, so we can add 2 sockets onto them. All right. If you are playing your character actively, you already might have these rings. You don't have to buy them from the auction house. So this part, if you have the War Within rings with 2 sockets and the Radiant enchant, grab those. Just use them. You don't have to, you can ignore this part basically. If not, you're gonna go to the auction house, you're gonna armor, miscellaneous, and then the finger. Alright, click this, scroll down a bit, and there is a malleable band somewhere here. There we go. Malleable band. There is 62 of it here. The reason we want this specific ring is because it comes already with a socket on top. So we only have to add 1 extra from our own. And that's the reason why we want this specific ring. You save like a few thousand gold buying this specific ring, and you can choose your desired stats because there's always a ton of it. When people are leveling jeweler crafting, they're crafting a lot of these, so they just put it on the auction house, which is really good for us and lucky. So look for the preferred stats, add the sockets using the setting right here. You're gonna go with the Magnificent Jeweler setting, add a socket on top of them. Each ring has 2 sockets, and with the correct Radiant enchant, which is right here, Haste, Mastery, Wares, and Crit. These ones are a bit pricey, but definitely worth it. If you get 2 rings with double sockets and a proper enchant, each ring is giving you double the value of any other ring inside Magetower. So your character is basically rolling with 4 rings instead of 2. That's why this is so OP. Alright, and for the last part of the preparation, so we have the chest now, we have the staff now, or another weapon, whatever the class is. We have the 2 trinkets, and we have the 2 rings. So a total of 6 spots. Why is this one? What's going on? There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slots of your character is gonna boost your damage so much that you're gonna face roll all of the challenges with ease, without hesitation. Alright. There is one more thing you can optimize, but only on agility and strength user classes. This one does not work for intellect users, sadly. So the next part you're gonna do, you're gonna need a the War Within leg piece. So it has to be eye level 400 and above. And you're gonna add this specific enchant on top of it. Stormbound Armor Kit. As mentioned, this is only for agility and strength users, so if you're intellect, you can ignore this part. But for all the other classes, for all the other strength and agility users, you should grab this because this is as OP as the chest enchant for those 2. Sadly, the intellect leg enchant is not as OP as this one, but like this is only like the cherry on the top. You don't really need this necessarily. Alright, so that's all you need for your gear. I was suggesting you to get the socketed green items, get neck, get this and that. It's a waste of time. I'm telling you, these 6 items are gonna optimize your character and increase your, let's say, value inside the Magetower by 90%. And if you're gonna go for the other pieces, you're gonna get another 10% on top. You can easily do this with the 90%. Alright, this does not mean, please, I've had comments about this. This does not mean you should leave the other slots open. Like, actually equip some items, yeah? Even 2 intellect is 2 intellect. Doesn't matter. Just fill your gear. Don't let it go empty. I have done challenges like naked. It's just for content. I don't suggest anyone do it. Like, there is nothing behind it. Please. Alright. So now that we're done with the character preparation and gearing, we are gonna get to the mechanics. So, for the past 1.5 years, I have been doing guides for every single class and spec on a weekly basis. So like every single patch, I restarted all 36 specs and started redoing them. So we have a new, like we are up to date with the talents, with the items that were fixed. And I'm gonna do so again. Starting today, I'm gonna be doing 5 challenges a day, and I'm gonna upload 5 videos a day on Mage Tower challenges. I'm gonna try focusing on doing 5 different challenges a day. Maybe like if you're just seeing this video now, maybe you can do those 5 exact challenges with me every day and be done with your achievement within a week. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. And in every video, we're gonna gear up the character together, we're gonna prepare together, we're gonna buy the consumables together, and we're gonna complete the challenges together. And that's exactly how it's gonna go. But if your desired class or your desired spec is not within the first 2 days, maybe you can always go and check the older videos. I have done all of them. I have done all of them right here. You just go to my channel and go to the Mage Towers part right here. You go to my channel, you go to videos or even playlists preferably, and go to like Mage Tower guides, which is right here. This was one of my oldest videos. Can you not? All right, doesn't matter. Let's not click play then. All right, just go with these. These are the latest. I have done all of them. You can always search for your desired spec. Resto. I know you're gonna get Restoration Shaman videos, Restoration Druid. Please look at the date. Like this, like the filter is showing the popular ones first. This one was done in Dragonflight, but I have done Resto Shaman in the current patch as well. Make sure to like see that if it's the current one and not one from 2 expansions ago, because the scaling is a mile different. Like it's a different fight. It's a totally different challenge. You can't really compare them together. But yeah, this is how it's done. There are a few small things you can optimize. So let's say if you are rolling with the Symbiosis Trinket, which is and the Symbiosis Embellishment, you see right here, what does Symbiosis do? So every 10 seconds that you're in combat, you are gonna get 251 versatility. So after 50 seconds of you being in combat, you're gonna get 1.2k versatility inside the Mage Tower, which is huge, yeah? There are ways that you can start the fight with 5 stacks. So there are these dummy toys you can use. Let's say, for example, this turnip, yeah? Before you start the fight, before you even start the RP and move close to the NPC, you're gonna drop it down and you're gonna start attacking it with your class. This way, you're gonna be in combat, the trinket's gonna start stacking you up, and you're gonna get your stacks before starting the fight. We are gonna, in the next few days, when I do all of the challenges every day, what I'm gonna do is, every fight that has these small tricks, I'm gonna mention it at the beginning, so you know which fights you can cheese, and I mean we're cheesing overall, yeah, we're cheesing everything right now. This way you know which fights you can make even easier than they were without this specific method. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful. We are gonna get all of the challenges done, I'm sure. We have been growing insanely in the past few days, but I think it's because the game is dead. There's nothing to do, and everyone has jumped into Mage Tower. But we're gonna get it done. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow with the first 5 challenges. Peace.